hot as crap. It's like 90 something degrees. So lucky for you, you get free tickets to the gun show. What's up, Dolphins, fans? Hey, how are you? So being that we got through the first 3 preseason games, I was going to keep this until right before the kickoff on the, what date is that? On the 6th of September. I was going to wait till that and repick the Dolphins' schedule, you know, what their predictions are going to be and all that jazz. But a lot of you made a good point that none of the starters are going to play on Thursday. I'm still going to watch the game, and I'll still do a pre and post game, and maybe I'll even do a halftime if you guys want. Talk about that at the end of the episode. But I'm going to redo it now. Now that I see what this team's about, now that I see what the offense is like, the defense is like, the special teams, then I got a feel for everyone else, right? I'm going to repick the Dolphins schedule. I think I had them going like 11-5, maybe better when I first did it. Now, here's a warning. I'm gonna slap it right on the screen. I am not a Negative Nancy fan. I'm also not a Delirious fan that thinks that we are gonna go 16-0, 13-3. You know, I'm a very realistic fan. I like to stay even keel when it comes to what I see, how I feel about this Dolphin team. If I pick some games that you don't like, comment. Please comment. Let me know why I'm wrong. I might be picking games that you think we should lose. I might be picking that we're going to win, and vice versa. But, yeah, let's get into this. Or, as the great Aristotle once said, let's get. So, week 1, we got the Titans. I don't know what the Dolphins are going to be doing offensively or defensively because they haven't been calling any plays. I don't know who they're going to pick up yet, but even if they do pick someone up, it might take a while for them to get used to it, so they're not going to play this Titans game. Jakeem Grant should be there for the game. Gesicki's starting. I'm going to be doing a video about that. They already started naming starters, who's going to start. So I'm going to pick. It's in Miami. It's in September. I'm going Dolphins with this one. Week 2, we're in the Meadowlands for the Jets. Now, this whole preseason, the Jets have been playing pretty good defense. Sam Darnold has shown that he knows what he's doing, but also Sam Darnold has only played a small percentage of the game, and he has made his rookie mistakes. Also, he's a rookie quarterback. He's going to have to deal with Robert Quinn and Cameron Wake coming off the edges. The receivers are good. See, with the Jets, the thing that is good about them is their defense. But, again, it's not going to be cold. It's going to be a nice, probably 80-degree day come the second week in September, third week in September. I'm going to pick the Dolphins for this one again. I think I picked the Dolphins the first time. I'm going to pick the Dolphins again. Week 3, we got the Oakland Raiders coming to Miami. West Coast team coming over the East Coast. They lose about 3 hours, I think, if my brain is working properly. They don't. Khalil Mack has been AWOL for the Raiders this whole preseason. I'm gonna pick the Dolphins with this one. Here's my logic with this. John Gruden's a good head coach. He won a Super Bowl, but he's still new with the team. They don't have any threats at, like, yeah, they have Derek Carr and they have Lynch still, and you know, but there's nothing really about this team that scares me. I feel like the Raiders and the Dolphins are kind of like even when it comes to progress since last season. You know, Raiders are still Dolphins are still you know, they're playing good, but they're even keel. And I give it to the Dolphins because they're home and they don't have to travel from the West Coast to the East Coast. Week 4, we go up to New England. The Patriots just cut Kenny Britt a few days ago. They are lacking at the wide receiver talent spot, but it's the Patriots, so that don't really matter. They still have Gronkowski. They still have Tom Brady. Tom Brady is getting older, but it is in New England, so I'm picking the Patriots. I don't think this offense nor defense will be able to score enough or stop them from scoring enough in New England. Bengals, we're at the Bengals. Now this is a hard one, and I had this one being a hard one for me when I was first picking the schedule. I was very torn with this one. At first I was leading towards the Dolphins just because I love my Dolphins and I want to see them win. But the more I'm thinking about it, you have, Ross, who's been lighting it up in preseason. You have AJ Green. Andy Dalton's Andy Dalton. He's not too spectacular. They got that rookie running back that's pretty decent. Defense is They got the... I think this will be the first game that Burfict will be back for. It hurts. It honestly hurts. But if I'm going to be realistic, and if I'm not going to be a homer, and I'm going to actually, use my logic when it comes to it, I think the Bengals will win this one. By a lot, no. But, hey, I'd love to be proven wrong. In Week 6, we play the Chicago Bears. The Bears. The Bears. We're home for this one. Now, Trubisky doesn't scare me. Their running back, Howard, doesn't scare me. Their defense, they took the linebacker that I wanted the Dolphins to take in the draft, but he held out for all of the offseason. And as for a rookie, you can't do that shit. They have some additions on defense, but I'm gonna give this one to the Dolphins. They're home, and I think they'll win by 10. Week 7, we're home for the Lions, which is nice. I gotta get the Lions to come down here. It's I know my team, and I know if at this point people are saying that the Dolphins are gonna lose this one because the Lions are playing way better, then they'll win this one. And if the Lions suck, and at this point the Dolphins are where they're at now, 4-2, and the Lions are 2-4, the Dolphins will lose this game because that's just what the Dolphins do. They play down or up to their competitor. See, they got weapons, They got Jones Jr., they got Golden Tate, they got LeGarrette Blount, but they also have Amir Abdullah on defense. They have Slay and stuff, but I'm picking the Dolphins. Dolphins at Texans. It's a Thursday night game. At least they're home before a Thursday night game because traveling for a Thursday night game suck. I'm going to pick the Texans. Now, I know for a fact I'm going to get a lot of shit for picking the Texans right now, and a lot of people are going to be like, they suck, this, and that, blah, blah, blah. I'm picking the Texans because if J.J. Watt plays at his full potential, and if their quarterback Deshaun Watson plays and he doesn't lose a step from his Achilles injury, I hate playing quarterbacks that are mobile, and you saw what happened in the Ravens game where they just run all over you. So I think that the Texans will win this one just because of that mobility with their quarterback. Now we're up to Week 9. We're home for the Jets. The Dolphins always split with the Jets. Last year they lost in the Meadowlands and they won in Miami. So you have no idea at this point how hard it is. At least Week 1 it's an easy pick for me because I know where the teams are at right now. But come Week 9, there might be a ton of injuries for the Jets, where the Jets might be rocketing hot at this point. And, I'm going to pick the Dolphins, and here's my reason why I'm picking the Dolphins, is because Sam Darnold is a rookie quarterback, and at this point in the season, he's probably going to start getting tired, and he's going to start getting a little weary. Week 10, we're at Lambeau. I know last time I had a lot of people tell me, well, the Dolphins beat the Packers in Lambeau, but it's just what I'm seeing right now with this defense and especially with this offense going up in Lambeau this late. I picked the Packers to win this one. You got Aaron Rodgers. I don't give a shit if he doesn't have Jordy Nelson and if there's talks of them trading fucking Adams. Week 11, I think this is our bye. Week 12, we are facing the Colts. I'm picking the Dolphins to win this one just because I think the Colts, even with Andrew Luck, have inferior talent on the defense, and they have T.Y. Hilton, but other than that, they have the tight ends. Their offensive line is caca. Picking the Dolphins. Week 13, Bills at Miami. I'm going to pick the Dolphins to win this one just because I'm not too scared of the Bills' defense. They lost a lot of defensive linemen. They also are going to have a rookie quarterback starting, so I'm not too worried about the Bills at that point. Dolphins home for the Patriots. I'm picking the Dolphins again, just because the Dolphins always play great at home against the Patriots, especially late in the season. Week 15, we are in Minnesota. I'm going to pick the Vikings to beat the Dolphins in this one. I know it's inside, but this Vikings defense is no fucking joke. Kirk Cousins has been playing really well in the preseason. Stephon Diggs is playing really well. So I'm going to be picking the Vikings for this one. Also, the Dolphins have the worst time ever stopping fucking tight ends, and the Vikings have a very good tight end in Rudolph. It's week 16. We got the Jaguars, and I am picking. This is hard because the Jaguars have a really good defense, right? But I'm not afraid of their offense because they have Blake Bortles as their quarterback. And Blake Bortles fucking sucks. I don't give a shit if he has Randy Moss and Jerry Rice on his team. This dude cannot make the right decisions. But this fucking defense could win them easy games if this Dolphins offense has pre-snap penalties and puts himself into long downs. I'm going to pick the Dolphins. Probably blasphemy. Everyone thinks that the Jaguars are going to be the Dolphins in this one, but I just don't have any faith in their quarterback. In week 17, we are facing the Bills in Buffalo. I'm going to pick the Bills on this one. Again, you guys are probably like, who, what? But I'm going to pick the Bills on this one. This is the last game of the season. Just because the Bills play great and it's up in the cold. Again, a lot of these I could be wrong. It depends on how the season goes. So right now it's just off of what I know off of these teams in preseason and stuff. And the Buffalo hasn't played too bad and their quarterback hasn't been playing too bad. So I'm going to pick Buffalo on this one, which puts the Dolphins at a 10-6 record. If the Dolphins go 10-6, I'll be very happy because what I've seen in preseason so far doesn't justify a 10-6 record at all. It justifies more of an 8-8, which means then you're like, Doug, why'd you pick him at a 10-6? Why not? It's fun. If you comment below and you're all in your feelings because I picked your team to lose to the Dolphins, come on. That's all I gotta say is, come on. It's fun. This is fun. It's all speculation. This is obviously not going to pan out this way. I will guarantee you I am wrong on more than half of these picks. It's just fun. Did the picks change since I first made it? Some of them flipped. It's fun. All right. So that's my picks. Like I said, don't take this with a grain of salt. Take it like you take the preseason. It doesn't mean shit. Follow me on Twitter. I tweet out a ton of things. I'm a big idiot on Twitter, especially a lot of Dolphin stuff. They had their final practice today before the season starts, so I tweeted out a bunch of things about that. Follow my second channel, The Bit Boys. There will be a Madden episode coming out, I think Saturday. I'm going to put it out. Thursday or Saturday. I don't remember which one, but it's a mutt draft. I have Sammy pick. Sammy knows shit about football. I have him pick my team, so check it out, see if I win or not. But other than that, hit this like button. Season's almost here. We got less than a week or less than 2 weeks before the season starts. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. I'm going to be picking every single game for the season. So come, not this Wednesday, tomorrow, but next Wednesday, I will be picking every single game for week 1. So subscribe or you're not going to see the picks. And I'm going to have a special guest with me, and he'll be with me all season long. But other than that, love you guys. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching this long-ass video about me picking the teams. Like you guys been asking me to do this, but hey, here it is. Other than that, I will see you guys real soon. Maybe even tomorrow. But you'll definitely see me Thursday. Fins up. Dolphin fans, preseason game number 3, Baltimore Ravens. The game is technically still going on right now. I think there's 5 minutes left in the game, but we are down by 20 points. And so I'm going to break it down by quarters. I've been taking notes. If you guys talk to me on the halftime stream, appreciate you guys.